Hello, everybody. We're going to be going over the quoting tool for Zagula Management, and this will allow you to quote for both Medicare Supplement and Medicare Advantage plans. And we'll kind of go over the tool here and understand how the tool works and how it can help you on your day-to-day processes. So when you get logged into the system, this is the original screen that you're going to see, and this screen will allow you to do a multitude of things, including start running a quote. But we'll go ahead and start here to understand what you can do from this screen. The first two are going to be your My Account and support keys. By clicking the My Account, you're able to adjust your information, your name, your password. You can put a picture in there of yourself if you wanted to print this off and hand it to somebody and have a picture of yourself on there. You can do that there from your My Account page. The second button here is the support. If you're having issues with the system, if you have questions in regards to the companies or the price that you're quoting, you can click that My Support button there, and it will then allow you to get on and type in an email and get a quick response back with some of the questions that you have. Over here on the left-hand side, we have the email that you're logged in with, and then another contact support button, as well as a manage devices. And so if you were logged in on, let's say, two different computers and you wanted to log off on one, you can do that using your managed devices. But the main part of this quoting tool is the quoting part. We'll go ahead and get started here. So to run a quote, we'll start with Medicare Supplement. You simply just click Run Quote. It's going to take you to the Quick Quote page. From this page, you'll enter in the demographics of the person you are trying to run. So we'll go ahead and enter in a zip code here, and this will run any zip code in the country. And so you can type in any zip code here, and it'll pull up the corresponding county or counties, as well as the city and state that you're running. You can then select the age, the gender, the tobacco status, as well as the plan you wanted to look at. We're going to default to Plan F, but you can see we have all the different types of plans. You can choose then to sort by price, rating, or if you wanted to see them alphabetically, you can choose that, but we'll select price as that's the most popular. And then the effective date. So if you wanted to see a future effective date, let's say you wanted to see a rate effective 4/1 or 5/1, you can choose to enter it there, and it'll allow you to see a future effective date. The last thing here is the client label, and this is optional, but if you wanted to personalize this quote with a consumer or a potential client's name, you can choose to personalize it there. So we'll go ahead and press Get Quote. This will then price out all the different Medicare Supplement plans in the zip code that we ran for a female, age 65, non-tobacco Plan F. And so as you can see here, it's bringing up the results. From here, we can do a multitude of things. The first is we have our Quick Quote section here. And so if you wanted to switch from a Plan F to a G, or you wanted to change male to female, or vice versa, you wanted to go tobacco, you wanted to change the sort, here's the Quick Quote section to do that here. And this is essentially just saying you don't have to keep clicking back and forth to run a new quote. We will allow you just to set it up here to not have to do that. If you do want to start brand new, fresh, and just want to start from the beginning, you can click this New button up here in the right-hand corner, and that'll allow you to start brand new in that previous screen. So going on below that, we have the price per month and the corresponding company. We'll then provide you the household discount and the policy fee if it's applicable to that company. And so if it's not applicable, you won't see it. As you can see, for here, Oxford Life doesn't have the household discount associated with it, so we don't show it. Then we'll give you some company information, years in the market, if they have a rating class. So if you're dealing with somebody like Equitable Life that have multiple policies that could be applied to a single age or a single quote, we'll identify the rating class there. We'll have the effective date of the rate you're looking at, AM Best and S&P ratings, as well as the rate type, if it's an attained age, an issue age, or a community-rated product. Below that, for each one of the companies, we have the plan details. And so what this does is it just breaks down the services, the benefits, and then what Medicare pays, what this plan would pay, and then what the client would pay. And this can be printed or attached to the quotes, and we'll go over that here in a second. If you wanted to provide or email this to somebody, print it off, and to give to a client, you can. Because this is Plan F, you can see that all the different types of plans we have are zero, because it covers all the different types of benefits. Over here on the left-hand side is our toolbar, and I'll kind of go down these one by one. The first is Compare Quotes. And so if you wanted to compare a couple quotes side by side, You simply just click the company name. It's going to turn a different shade of green. You can then see the companies populate here, and then all you would need to do is click Compare Quotes, and it'll take you to a new screen where you can put these side by side. That can then be printed. You can export this to PDF if you wanted to provide them a smaller sample size and a different view to your client that you can then email or print off to give to somebody. And you can do up to 5 side by side in terms of the compare screen. The next compare button is going to be the universal compare. And so this is if you wanted to compare a MedSup side by side with a Medicare Advantage plan. And all you would need to do is just click this globe here, and it'll highlight universal compare above the view. If you click that, it'll turn it purple. You would then just need to switch to a Medicare Advantage plan, run the same quote, click the globe there, and both will populate on that left-hand corner, allow you to compare those side by side. So those are the compare features. The next are the exports, and we have 3 different types of exports. The first is the blue button, and that's going to be your print. This will essentially put what you're viewing here directly in front of you in a printer-friendly format. And so we'll strip out the color. We'll make it print on a single page, and so it's printer-friendly. It allows you to print those off and not use all your ink. The second is a PDF generator. So if you wanted to generate a PDF of exactly what you're looking at here on the screen, to either email or to print with the color, you can generate the PDF there, and then that'll do the work for you in putting that into a PDF format. The last thing here is Excel. And so this will allow you to put this in a more of a data format. We do have users that like just to work with the raw data rather than the quotes here on the screen. And so if you wanted to export that data into Excel, you certainly could do so. In addition to that, if you wanted to hide certain companies from the export, you can click this X to remove companies, and it'll remove them off that list so you don't export them onto it. Down below there, we have a different adjust your view sections. The first is expand and contract views. All these adjust your views sections as well can be defaulted to. So if you always want to default to the contracted view, which is going to be a simpler view of the price per month in the company, you can adjust your settings by clicking the settings button up here. And this will make sure that each time you run the quote, it will default to what you want the view to default to. The second option here is the apply discounts, and this is if you wanted to apply this 7% discount to the rate. If you click that button, the rates will adjust, and the company orders will adjust as well. If 2 went to 1 or 3 went to 4, depending on the company adjustments, it does the math for you there. The third one down is the annual rate, and this is simply if you just want to see the annual rate of the company you're looking at. And so we're going to default to monthly, but as you can see, if you wanted to see the annual, you can. The fourth one down is going to have the most information, and that's the market analytics. And so what this goes over is 3 different things. The first thing here on the left-hand side is age increases. So if you're dealing with a company with an attained age policy, each year the insured gets older, what the rate will be for that next year and the average increase for each year that consumer ages. And so for an issue age or for a community-rated product, this will actually be blank, as it wouldn't apply to it. But for attained age products, we like to give you a breakdown of not only what they'll pay today, but what they'll pay in the future. The next box here is the age increase history. And so we've been tracking this since 2010, which is when they modernized the Medicare supplement insurance plans. And so each year or each time that carrier has changed rates or filed new rates with an effective date, we provide you obviously the date of change, and then when what the percent of change that was. And so you can see on 7/1/2015, Oxford Life in the state of Nebraska for Plan F raised their rate 6%. And then it'll be different for all the different types of companies. The last thing here is market data, and this is just NAIC data that the company has reported each year to the commission. And so we'll give you lives insured, premiums earned, loss ratios, and then market share for that company, both on a state and national level. And then the last thing here is select plans. And so if you are dealing with an area that does have select plans, if you click select, it will highlight a select identifier here, and this will turn blue. And so it'll let you know that you're looking at a select plan if in fact want to look at those for your client. The next thing down below here is underwriting. And so if you are dealing with somebody outside their open enrollment period and wanted to provide them not just a company based upon price but upon their medical condition, you can see their underwriting available here. And so we have all the different conditions, and this is directly off the applications themselves. You can choose to scroll down and pick the conditions, or you can search using the search tab. But let's say you're dealing with somebody outside their GI period and they happen to have a heart attack in their medical history. You can select heart attack. It will then populate below here the look-back periods for each one of the conditions. And so you can find out not just based upon price, but what company would actually underwrite and issue that policy. So you can see for Oxford Life, it's 2 years. For Aetna Health and Life, it's 1 year, etc. You can select multiple conditions and kind of give an idea of the underwriting periods for each individual carrier. And again, we take those directly off the applications themselves. The last piece here is the filter options. And so what the filter options will do is it will allow you to kind of filter the results even more. And so if you only wanted to see companies that contain a household discount, or you only wanted to look at companies without a policy fee, you can choose to just include those filters and narrow your list down even more. There's a lot of options, narrowing your list down to ones that really are only pertaining to specifically to that client or to that sale. That helps you do so there. Below that, we just have a few different options. Contact support about the quote just kind of explains exactly what I just went over with. And then the Plan F details is just this detail button here, just in a different spot. And so that's the Medicare supplement tool. As you get to use it, as you start to run quotes, it doesn't take too long to really get the hang of it and become professional at running the quotes on the system. To navigate either back to the dashboard screen, which was that home page, or to switch to a different product, we can do that one of two ways. You can click this navigation button here to switch, or you can hover over the product label, and you can choose to go to the dashboard, the My Account, or to go to the Medicare Advantage quoting system. And so we'll go ahead and switch over Medicare Advantage. It's going to look and work the exact same way. So we'll go ahead and type in a zip code here. It'll provide you the county and the city and state that you have. You can then select to see the Part D or the special needs plans if you want to run one of those. And then you can choose to sort by price or company name, as well as the client label if you wanted to put a label in there. We'll go ahead and press Get Quote. It's going to pull all the plans. As you can see, it's going to the price per month and the max out of pocket we're going to provide, as well as the type of plan you're looking at, if it's an HMO or PPO. There's gap coverages, drug deductibles, all that type of information, including the star ranking, are going to be available in these boxes here. Just like before, we're going to have your quick quote section here, your compare quotes, your exports, and your expand and contract views are all still going to be here like they were on the previous tool. Now, if you wanted to view the actual benefits associated with these plans, you can click the Plan Details button. This will then take you to a new screen where you can see the co-payments, the co-insurances, the drug deductibles, all the different types of benefit information that are involved with these types of plans are going to be on this screen. This can also be printed. This can be exported to PDF. That's all available here. If you wanted to share this information or bring it with you to a meeting, you can certainly do so. And so we try to make the tools as simple and easy as possible. The universal compare, like it was before, is all here. You just click the globe. You can choose to hide these carriers. And then, if you wanted to switch over to Part D or special needs, you can do so here. And so we try to make the tools as fast and as easy as possible, and the learning curve is very minimal. I hope that you enjoyed watching this short video and learning how to better work the tools. And I hope you have a great day. Thank you very much.